exploring the Acropolis and Parthenon, Greece, a complete travel guide. Arrival at the Acropolis. The moment my feet touched the cracked marble of the Acropolis, I knew something was wrong. The air was thick, not just with the scent of sun-scorched stone, but with something deeper, something ancient. Tourists milled about, oblivious to the undercurrent of unease threading through the ruins. I adjusted my backpack, my fingers grazing the brittle edges of an old journal, the very reason I was here. Welcome to Travel Virtual Tours, where history and adventure collide. Today, we embark on a journey through the legendary Acropolis and Parthenon, unearthing secrets hidden beneath centuries of myth and stone. The hidden secret. The journal had belonged to my grandfather, a historian who vanished decades ago while researching the Parthenon's hidden chambers. His final entry mentioned a secret buried beneath the temple, a discovery so dangerous it had to be erased from history. I hadn't believed it until now. As I stepped past the towering propylaea, my pulse quickened. The Parthenon loomed ahead, its weathered columns glowing gold in the dying light. It was beautiful, and it was calling me. A scream shattered the air. I whirled around. A woman staggered backward near the Erechtheion, her eyes wide with terror. A man, a tourist, lay sprawled at her feet, convulsing. People rushed forward, but I stayed frozen, my heart hammering. Something wasn't right. A shadow flickered along the temple's base, gone in an instant. The hairs on my neck stood on end. I wasn't alone in this search. Ignoring the chaos, I moved, my steps swift, my mind racing. My grandfather's notes pointed to a small fissure near the Parthenon's southwest corner. Tourists were kept at a distance, but I had prepared for this. Timing my movements with the distractions, I slid past the barriers, my breath tight in my chest. The descent into darkness. The fissure was smaller than I'd expected, barely wide enough to fit my arm. I reached in. My fingers brushed against smooth stone. Then nothing. The ground beneath me gave way. I tumbled, my body scraping against rough, ancient walls as I plunged into darkness. My landing was brutal, the impact knocking the air from my lungs. I groaned, struggling to sit up. Faint light trickled from above, but it barely touched the vast chamber I had fallen into. And I wasn't alone. The darkness breathed. A whisper, a slithering sound, echoed through the chamber. I scrambled to my feet, heart pounding. My flashlight trembled in my grip as I flicked it on. The beam cut through the black, revealing carvings older than the Parthenon itself. Symbols of gods long forgotten, their faces twisted in expressions of rage and agony. Then, the whispering stopped. I turned. Something was watching me. I bolted, weaving through ancient columns, my footsteps muffled by centuries of dust. A distant glow caught my eye, a passage just ahead. My only way out. I lunged forward, but the moment my fingers brushed the stone doorway, the ground trembled. A low growl rumbled through the chamber. Escape and revelation. And then the statues moved. Centuries-old stone shifted, eyes hollow and unblinking as they turned toward me. A massive hand, cracked and weathered, reached out. I didn't have time to scream. I ran. The tunnel ahead was tight, claustrophobic. My breath came in ragged gasps as I forced my way through. The whispers had returned. Closer this time. Almost inside my head. My flashlight flickered, and for a moment, the passage seemed endless, stretching into eternity. Then an opening. Moonlight streamed through a break in the rock. My salvation. I threw myself toward it just as something cold brushed the back of my neck. I hit the ground hard, rolling onto the Acropolis surface, gasping for air. The ruins were silent. Normal. As if nothing had happened. But as I lay there, staring at the night sky, I felt the truth settle deep in my bones. The Parthenon had secrets, and I had only just begun to uncover them. Join me on Travel Virtual Tours as we continue our thrilling journey through the world's most enigmatic locations. Like, subscribe, and let's uncover history together.